How do you know yourself? Spend time with yourself. Do you love yourself enough? I'd say so, yeah. Are you sure? I'm amazing. I like myself. What do you want to do with your life? Like to be myself? And what? Be the best version of myself. That's what I want to be. Are you sure? I'm positive. Why? Aren't you doubtful? Doubtful about what? Aren't you confident? Yani, you have to be perfect and everything. No, you don't. You have to be fantastic. I do? Yes. No, I do not. See, being myself, being who I am, that's the most important thing. Baba, somebody comes tells you, be someone else. They will like you this way. Don't listen to that guy. When you be yourself, you're the most amazing person you can be. How can you be that when you have no skills or any abilities? I'm sure you have many skills and abilities, you just haven't discovered that yet. I made so many mistakes in my life, I'm unable to get through them, but it's gonna be okay. How do you know that? It's gonna take time, but there had been many times where you had been able to get through many hard things. But it's not easy, especially when you have to become the best version of yourself at all times. Why, at all times, I have to be the best version of myself? I want to be perfect. I'm not normal. Everybody's perfect. Not everybody's perfect. And it's a matter of what you want to be absolutely garbage or be yourself. Garbage? No, 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 no. What? Being a garbage? Brother, being not yourself isn't the best thing you can be. No, 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 no. Being yourself is the most amazing thing you can ever do. But it's sometimes difficult when I don't have any friends or things is getting really rough. I'm having a hard time with dealing with colleagues, but you're gonna be okay. And you had been not okay at many times, but the best thing is that you had been going through them, even though it may have been harming you a lot, but you are able to get through them, I'm sure. When is this gonna end? I don't know when this is gonna end. It's keeping on for too long. But there's going to be elsewhere where you're standing in a future point of time. But it's difficult and it's not easy. How can I end that? You're worth it. Your mouth is filled with wisdom, and it's only you who matters more than anything else that anybody says about you. But how can you get through this? What's the most important thing you can do in your life? I can do many things, but it's not difficult when I have people that have my back. But not everybody has your back in a good way. I must have my own back. I must be myself and there for myself. I can't betray myself anymore. There's so many things I want to do in my life, but so many harsh and difficult situations I've been going through, and I can do it with or without support from others. And no, maybe I need to back off a little bit. Maybe I have to take 3 steps back, and that's completely fine. And I want you to take steps back if you need to. Maybe I'll find a way to reconciliate with myself, but do you know what's the most important aspect about yourself? Is it who I am? Is it what I mean? I'm feeling perplexed. I don't know what's going on. Who am I? Bad? Good? Difficult? Challenging? Irrational? Grandiose? Policeman? A banker? I feel detestable because this ain't me. No, that doesn't define who you are. Values, morals, and good deeds may have a definition of who you are, and it's most likely you who decides who you are than anybody else deciding who you are. And I'm gonna be honest, many people don't know who you are. In fact, nobody does know who you are more than you are. And bluntly saying, do not become somebody else that you're not. But it's difficult when nobody appreciates who I am, and that means that there are people who aren't appreciative of who you are, where there are many plentiful people who appreciate who you are. Money, excellence, fantasticism. I have to have that all. It's gonna make me feel okay just for a little bit of while. You need to find a purpose, and that purpose is what's gonna fuel you for moving on forward. How do I know what makes me me and what makes you you and what makes things me and you isn't that difficult. I'm a little bit skeptical about that because it's not always going to be happy and sad all the time. But what's gonna be who you are in time? In time, you're gonna realize that being happy isn't purpose of life, and being sad isn't always gonna be there. It's never gonna always be there, Habibi. When you find the truth about yourself, that's when you're gonna realize things are about to change. You're no longer hanging out with the people you used to hang out with, doing the things that you used to do that harms you, smoking, drinking, having intercourse, doing any forbidden things that doesn't allow you to be who you really want to be. Is it true that you want to be someone else who's not you? Or do you want to be you who's amazing and beautiful that many people are gonna appreciate? They haven't even found you yet. And it's only a matter of time until they find you. But when you find who you are, you're opening a new chapter filled with curiosity, excitement, and even a little bit perplexity because there's so many amazing things about you and you haven't found that out yet. Let me live life to the fullest. And that's what I want you to go through. Not now, not tomorrow. I want you to go through it on your own pace. And there's no rush to getting there. There's no deadline for everybody into getting there. Maybe old or you have an illness, and that's difficult. And what's gonna help you with that is to have some idea of what's gonna change with time if I start now. I wanna start now, and I don't know how, and it's difficult, especially when nobody's telling me how. How am I going to get there? I'm gonna tell you one thing, but you need to take a step back. Play what you need to do in your job. Whether you're working, whether you're doing your times out of work or you're unemployed, time to take a step back and find what's truly bothering you. Whether it's a relationship, a friendship, or a difficult situation that you aren't able to get through or get past by, you might want to take a step back. And taking a step back doesn't mean you're defeated or lost. It just means you're reevaluating things before, how, and after you've gone through them. Many times you may realize you're not enough, and that's not your fault when a lot of things that you've been going through are difficult. And the amazing part is that you have been going through them and you are past them now. And maybe sometimes you may not realize that you have been through them, probably because of self-doubt and some difficulty you have been going through in yourself. But when you realize that you had been gone through these difficult situations, you're gonna realize you have a new door opened. And once you enter that door, I don't know what you're gonna find except for you. And that's a little bit scary to go through, especially that I don't know what's going through there. You have to face your own battles, and sometimes you may not find them easy, but it's going to help you a lot to get through them. I sometimes take a step back and I look through things, how difficult they are. And when I realize that it is not as easy as I want them to be, it's difficult. I can't do it. It's too much. I'm pressuring myself. I have to not get through this on my own. I need some support. But that's all. Money, fame, detestableness, strategies, all whatever you want and need may not always come, but you may find it difficult going through them alone. Sometimes you need to take some help, but the aspect about money and getting a lot of money and fame isn't important. And what's important is your health and the benefits you're getting out of being fulfilled. Money may make you feel better in the meanwhile, but it isn't the purpose of where you want to be. Who wants more money and money and money and money without getting fulfilled inside? When you have a void inside, bullying or any past experiences can get through you, but it doesn't define who you are. Doing a lot of harmful things to yourself isn't who you are neither. Can you take a step back and reevaluate things? Hopefully you'll find something better. Realize that sometimes you had made mistakes, but sometimes it wasn't even your fault. And I'm speaking to who I want to speak at this point point of time through the camera. You may not be able to listen to me through the words I'm saying, but money or fame or any past experiences or anything that I'm mentioning hasn't got anything to do with you. It has got to do with how we've been programmed into wanting to have these things when we forget about ourselves. To be realizing that we have our abilities and we can learn what our abilities are with time. But who are we? Money doesn't make me rich. Food doesn't make me full. Fame doesn't make me happy. I can be happy without any money, without any food, but I'm getting stuck in the cycle of wanting this and that, but it doesn't make me fulfilled. What do I do about this now? Do you want to get married? Is it fame that you want? Strangely enough, it can be difficult to decide what makes you happy. And so the point is to realize that money or fame or any of these things doesn't mean you want to be happy. It's just that you want to become more in touch with yourself, how you find yourself when you go through difficult things, how you handle those things. When you find your purpose, you become more in line with who you are. And your values and your morals is what's going to take you there. But don't get discouraged and realize that whenever you go through something difficult, Allah is there with you. God is there with you. The entire universe is there with you. Don't get discouraged by anybody wanting you to get who bothered you, who made you upset. Realize who had not been there isn't important. Who's important is you. Many times you may not even recognize that, and I'm very sorry for that. And you have to realize money isn't going to get you there. Neither is fame, neither is happiness, neither is sadness. It's difficult, what I'm saying. And what's helping you to get through this is Allah, is God. And your moral compass and how you've been going through things is you. And that's the difficult part, to realize that it's all been you and not somebody else. But when you make some mistakes and you are hardly going past them, you need to make more understanding of why these mistakes set you back and reevaluate how difficult these situations were, to the point where you want to get to a higher place of becoming acknowledging of how these difficult things shaped you. Till after time you realize that you're able to define who you are and not these experiences that define who you are. Money will come, fame will come, shame will come, sadness will come, but many of these things are just temporary. And what's most important thing is that you always stand up, and resilience is part of this. I'm going to be talking about resilience in coming videos, and I want you to be there in those videos to learn some important aspects about having resilience in your daily life. It doesn't always fall with work or with friends or with your daily life, but it falls often with ourselves. And so I want you to be in the next video, and you're going to realize there are a lot of valuable lessons that we're able to understand from resilience. I'm going to thank you, and I'm going to be hoping you to be in the next video. Bye.